EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us south of the border to the vibrant capital of Mexico City. It's the second of our 2 games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin on the ground with Guerrero. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Another try for Guerrero. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll try the middle with Guerrero. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Guerrero. And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got another one to Johnston. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Herbert. Forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football? And there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
Here's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Johnston. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now Allen. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. He's just got to throw this one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Allen. And his pass incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Flushed out right. That's taken in by Watson. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Now Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Herbert back to the air. And that'll be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Handoff here, Guendo. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now it's Herbert. Right side, he has Johnston. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Finds Johnston. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it second down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Herbert now. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Herbert has it knocked free. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 2nd and goal. Herbert sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Herbert flush to his right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Isaac Guerrero with an amazing diving catch. And the Armadillos will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Nick Folk for the point after. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. To the air, Allen. Connects with Kittle underneath. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now a 2nd and 6. Allen now looks to throw. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. The throw's going to be caught. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go to the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Gano's kick is good, and they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're on the losing end of things here. What do they need to do if they're going to turn things around, CD?
Partner, it's awfully close to being a must drive here, I think, for them, because I think a touchdown here in this opening drive is something they absolutely have to have. They only managed 3 points in the first half. They know that's not going to get it done. So without adding pressure to them, they already know the stakes. They need a touchdown here to get things started.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Allen going to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing now is Allen. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down. To throw, it's Allen. That is caught. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Throw left side taken in by Palmer. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's completed right side to Palmer. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Allen going to audible to a different look. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Christian Watson from 4 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Complete to Johnston here. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Buying time to his left. He's got another one to Johnston. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. To the air again, Herbert. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Isaac Guerrero with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Armadillos have retaken a third-quarter lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that? That maybe it puts it on one side.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Trey Palmer, 70 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Pass hauled in by Johnston. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert just beat the play clock. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
An 8-yard loss brings up 4th down.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert, eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Here's Allen to throw it. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. Now Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, held it to an okay game.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Allen. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On play action, Allen. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. They'll go with a keeper, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Josh Allen scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Eagles are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Here's Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's good. 4-8.
Now it's Herbert. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Now a 2nd and 10. Herbert throwing again. Forced out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Out of the gun, Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Eagles continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Herbert now. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
A loss of 2 brings up
Herbert. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and 4. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now a handoff looking right. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.